Learn and play online.
Adverbs for kids.
What are adverbs?
Adverbs are words that add more detail to our sentences. Adverbs modify or change verbs, adjectives, and even other adverbs in sentences. They are usually easy to identify because they often end with the letters ly. But this is not always the case, so let's have a look at some examples to make it easier to understand. Adverbs can give information that tells us things like how an action was carried out, when or how often something happens, where something is happening, and lastly, to what degree or extent. Some examples of adverbs that describe how an action was carried out include quickly, happily, sadly, or angrily. Examples of adverbs that describe when or how often something happens include later, eventually, before, and weekly. Examples of adverbs that give information about where something happens include there, here, inside, and up. When using adverbs to describe to what degree or extent something happened, you may use perfectly, almost, utterly, or highly. Let's try and use some of these adverbs in sentences so you can see just how easily they can add more detail in our writing. Here is our example sentence. Andy brushed his teeth. Now we will use each of the types of adverbs to add more detail to this sentence. Andy brushed his teeth quickly. How did he brush his teeth? That's right, quickly. Eventually, Andy brushed his teeth. In this sentence, we know that Andy eventually got around to brushing his teeth. Andy brushed his teeth outside. Where did Andy brush his teeth? That's right, he brushed them outside. Andy brushed his teeth perfectly. This sentence tells us to what degree he brushed them, and he did it perfectly. You may also choose to combine adverbs to give even more detail in your sentence. For example, Andy quickly brushed his teeth outside. In this sentence, we gave more information on how and where Andy brushed his teeth. Even though you can combine a few adverbs in a sentence, it's a good idea to just have enough, because using too many adverbs may be an overload of information for your reader. Pause the video now and see if you can use your own adverbs to modify the base sentence, Andy brushed his teeth. Here is another example of a basic sentence with no detail. Jess read her book. Let's elevate the sentence and add more information using different adverbs. Jess read her book silently. Jess read her book weakly. Jess read her book upstairs. Jess read most of her book. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and see if you can use your own adverbs using this base sentence. You might even like to try and challenge yourself by combining adverbs like we did before in the last example. Here is one more base sentence for you to work with. She opened her present. Pause the video and create your own sentences using different adverbs. Have fun! We hope you enjoyed learning about adverbs. Make sure you try and use them in your own writing to add more detail to your sentences.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe for more videos.